earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
And you'll get the upgrade to an 87. And Pittsburgh. All right.
Thank you, Coach. We are about
Dallas
15
beat
miles
Chicago.
west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm
Doors
Stadium
open.
in Glendale, Arizona.
To seal the number one
Straight ahead, we've
spot.
got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals.
All we got to do is beat Pittsburgh.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Get it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And Roethlisberger's in the zone.
McDonald from a week ago. 6 catches, 67 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unity's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh, no.
Picked off at the 14.
Dayton's going to house this.
He's got a convoy,
it's not like
and he
Ben
might be
Roethlisberger's going to catch
gone.
us.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it.
And hit behind
JJ knocks it out. Camden picks up the ball.
And the Cardinals have
He might be gone.
And it's a terrific
Roosevelt next
return
will make
as
the
he's going to
tackle
have him
at
set
6.
up with a 1st and goal
6-yard
right at
line.
about the 6-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The Cats asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
4th and goal.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right.
And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Jake's like our red zone throw.
The Steeler offense here about ready
Like,
for their
doesn't get
next
many
drive.
catches or
Already
yards,
down 2
but, like,
touchdowns here in the
he
first
gets
half.
the
This becomes a
touchdowns.
pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams
Goal makes
script
tackle
plays. We know
backfield.
that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The Jets were
the previous play, they
better
barely got
teams
back
in
to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Lost.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg.
Easton in the backfield for the sack.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such a quarter break.
Will they run a play?
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We're good. We're good.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, that's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
This is blitz, isn't it?
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about it.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. And he is into the end zone.
Too easy.
Touchdown, Arizona. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
It's so hard to recognize. It's so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more out.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner.
Maybe if I had a team who could tackle.
And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Yeah, we don't have to play Carolina in the playoffs.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. Throw left side complete to Scott. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check 3. Mike 50.
They'll drop the throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh my God.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there.
Just
his
got
4th touchdown
burned.
on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point up and through. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Run last drive, 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Keep doing that.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The
Megan
coach.
Neeson both
The
have 10
coach,
picks
Jonathan
this year.
Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as
majority of them
scores from
are
earlier
users.
today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's caught. The former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Heavy.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This one complete. Right side to McDonald.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
But it's brought in by Washington. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds.
2 seconds left, and it'll be
And the drive will
28-13.
wind up yielding 3. Well, not the best 1st half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the 2nd half.
Good for the
And good
stat
starting
line,
field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to... Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
We really don't
Give him
want it, but
16
when
yards
we do,
there, and it's a
we
Cardinals 1st down as well.
make it worth it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, AJ could easily burn this kid.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
Oh
And he's doing
my
it
God,
every which
Tampa
way,
Bay
isn't he?
guy.
2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service
Jacoby
guy in
Brissett
tennis.
is
No
the
matter how you
future.
whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. You were to start the half.
Even though
Roethlisberger will throw.
because they're running the
Going
ball.
top shelf and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Kelly, you're faster
A
than
big
Juju.
play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 40 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
4:19 to go.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he's taken to the
Andrew
ground.
will
He was
get-
pulled down
would
by
get
the
the
face
sack,
mask.
but-
Here come the flags.
Face
And
mask
I believe this is
penalty.
going to be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Come on, dude.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
Go.
They end up taking up extra space
Why
just
would you
because there's
kick
not
a
enough space for
field goal
receivers to
here?
run through. So much
Yeah,
about
I
offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive,
Dude,
that
I ran
culminating
too far
touchdown, I think they
backwards
carry
on
that
that play.
confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route because of the timing of the route.
Down at the 16.
A huge play there for Arizona. 56 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's
Don't run the
confident
ball
running the
at
football.
all.
A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He can run for it, and he will. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Hey, box drop, Get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I tried to hit him there.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
He's got
And
his
that they
man.
do
It's
third
caught
touchdown
in the
again.
end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 6 yards away. Here the Cardinals push further out in front.
42
This is
to
obviously quite a
16.
performance, and most of the time when we talk about
crap.
someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Freaking Vance McDonald break like 6
26 yards.
Holy crap.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side, incomplete to Washington.
6 minutes to play.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
60 outlaw.
1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
94.
They'll run on 1st down. Allen, he will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. From the left side, it's complete. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll roll them out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point safely through.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And McDonald here over the middle. And taking it across midfield.
And McDonald's getting really salty because he got his face mask.
Defense.
Okay, McDonald, we get it. You're salty that you got killed by the freaking Cardinals.
And that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field.
See, look at Washington. He ain't being salty about it. He ain't being like, face mask. Like, he's not like Ed Reed or something.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15
I mean, it does look like Pittsburgh will score again.
So the
defense really might have to work on their stuff.
Sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And then Camden just took a big old dive at him.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3
30
timeouts
ticks left on the
as
clock.
they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Like 80.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger toward the end zone.
2 pass deflections on 1 play.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again.
This is literally the only play they want me to run.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This is caught. And he's in.
So we like kind of hit the end zone, but who cares?
Jalen Samuels, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra
49-30, 23 seconds left.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Tyler's
they have
stats
the
are
dream
kind of bad
scenario
this
you
season,
hope
so
for
we gotta
coming into the game.
make him a
Just
little
one
better.
deal here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
There we go.
The practicing of the kneel-down formation.
where they
victory
end it.
formation.
49-30 win over
Pittsburgh. That's all they're
Pittsburgh.
going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it'll be loss number 6 on the season
we don't even
for
play
them.
Philly this year.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, 14 for 21, 249 yards, 5 touchdowns. If we could play more passes for probably more yards, that would probably be a perfect passer rating. Tyler, 10 carries, 121 yards, and a score. 1 carry for 10 yards for QB. AJ, 6 catches, 108 yards, 3 touchdowns. Burke, 3 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. Jake, 3 catches, 35 yards and a touchdown. Mason, 1 catch for 13. Isaac, 1 catch for 15. Colin dropped his only target. Blocking, we didn't give up a sack this game. And, okay, Easton got 11 tackles, JJ 8, Camden 8, Finn 6, Dayton 3, Andrew 3, Nate 3, Eli 3, Jackson 2, Lowe 2, Eamon 2, Kellen 2, Jason, Phoenix, Mason, and Matthew all with 1. Lowe and JJ each having 1 tackle for loss. Andrew and Easton with a sack apiece. Dayton with 1 interception, and was the 86-yard touchdown. Eli and Kellen with 2 pass deflections. Nate and JJ with 1. JJ forcing a fumble, and Camden recovering it and almost scoring. And then, yeah, Dayton have the touchdown. Kicking. Well, yeah, Michael just kicked 7 extra points, and we didn't have to punt at all. And then Charlie had 159 kick return yards. Jackson had 1 on the onside. And then no punt returning. Holy man. Two upgrades. Jesus, team is incredible.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost.
We have our final home game
every week.
Next week.
Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.